You don't know who half these people are? That's good. That is good. I also didn't know who half these people were until this stupid fucking tour. Hmm. I actually didn't even know who Destiny was until Z went on their platform. Oh, Kiki, Dean, Harry, and Chris. They've they've been on there. Like I've and Parker. I've been on their ass for a long time. Yeah. Uh, See, I wouldn't even know if Andra was missing because she's had me blocked because somebody told her, I guess, to block me because I'm a MAGA leftist before I even knew she was. Mm-hmm. How long are you going to try to profit from this? It's so old. I will stop doing lives about these people when they stop being problematic. It's really that simple. A MAGA leftist? I don't know. I really don't fucking know. These people make up random terms. Like how do you block somebody without even knowing who the fuck they are? What did Destiny do? Oof, you might want to look that up, friend. You could actually check out Kenzie's new series today. This guy, this is the CFH Unfiltered, I think it is. He was on the tour and he doesn't think that Z is racist, and he's on the second leg of the tour. Mm-hmm. None of these people are on the left, though. That's why it's in quotations. Because when you look up people on the left, unfortunately, these are the people that are representative of it. So whether we want to be attached to them or not, it's literally like, unfortunately, the way that it is. So yeah, of course there are people that aren't listed here for a variety of reasons, but we all know who they are. The bald guys look sketchy. I know he's um, like a liberal Andrew Tate looking dude. Dean is dangerous, but not Parker. Um, I would include Parker. I just ran out of time. Honestly, I was putting this together to the last moment. But I would say out of the four of them, I would say that Parker's the least problematic. Is that Tom from MySpace? Yeah, the years did not do him well. The years did not do him well. Okay, so yes, they are all white. That is not me saying that the only problematic people are white. That is just me saying that this is me collecting my own. So don't take this as like there are no problematic people in any other demographics. You get me? Uh, yeah. Oh, the background will probably keep growing. Latina's not a race, friend. I don't know if this is the first time you've heard that. Latina is not a race. Yeah. Okay. Who's the person next to Frizaza? Oh, this is CFH Unfiltered. He was on the first leg of the tour. Doesn't believe Z is racist. Think, thinks everything's fine and dandy. And he was the first to release the screenshots, but of course redacted, so that No one could actually be held accountable. And he's on the second leg of the tour. Oh, Parker's definitely included in this as well. I just didn't have time to edit him. And I went on like order of most problematic. And this will keep growing. Did you see Z on Good Troubles Live? I did not. I did hear stories though. Here's my thing with the Z thing. Why is it that Z is seeking accountability in every space but the ones that she should? Like, why is she going on a white man's live to seek accountability? I don't understand that at all. Like, I think, yeah, I imagine it would be an absolute disaster. Apparently, like, she said something about like supposed microaggressions or alleged microaggressions or something. I don't know. This lady's just always gonna, yeah. I don't know. Like, if she was seeking true accountability, like, she should be going on to Geeks Live. Or if Tashika hosts a live, that's where I really wish she should be. But she's never going to do that because she's not sorry. She doesn't care. I mean, the reason why she did it in Good Troubles Live is because that's more eyeballs for her. Because at the end of the day, I think she just wants to. Her and Mercedes are scared of Black women. Yes, that was obvious because between them saying, "Oh, only one at a time, please. We can have all these white people on the panel, but only one Black person at a time," and then dropping people, it was just a disaster. Absolute disaster. But yes, like I said, there are people that are not pictured here. We all know who they are. Oh shoot, I forgot. I was gonna put ill right here. Ooh. Oh, I forgot. Someone's got to give me a picture of. I'll write it in the Discord. Hold on. I know this person's definitely gonna know who this is. And again, I know we're doing this live way too early for Brizaza. But you know, James, God forbid, I put his picture up there. God forbid. There's not enough battery. Oh shoot, I forgot Johnny. There's not enough battery power in any of his devices to handle the kind of live that he would do. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, see, the chat knows. The chat knows that he should be on there. Mm-hmm. Why aren't you writing on your blank whiteboard? I don't have a whiteboard, y'all. I write I kind of do want one, but my handwriting sucks, so I don't know that you guys would want to see that. I have a notepad though that I usually bring out when ops are annoying. Wait, why Johnny? Y'all missed a few chapters. But anywho, this is an open forum, y'all. So you can come up. You want to talk about any of these people, or if you want to talk about issues on the left in general, why the left, to tie it into like my previous live backgrounds, like why the left continues to attract and protect abusers and predators. Bottom left in the headphones dude is Destiny. If you want an update on that, you can look at Kenzie's series. But yeah, this is just a small little chunk that this is just what I whipped together in 5 minutes. Am I gonna host on Thursday? Yeah, I should be live. I usually go live every day unless something's up. Glad to see the left is upholding the time-honored tradition of fighting each other. I don't know what to tell you, friend. Oh, I forgot Bobby. Oof. Okay, we need a list. Blue killer cases with Isles. Oh god. Okay, I do need to get the notepad out then. All right. I'm putting Mao on this background too. Yeah, there's so many. Okay, we said, thank you, Marina. And the right has fascists. Yep. Mao does belong up there. Mao is a bad boy. Of course, now he's cleaning his beans. Why does his paw look like that? Y'all don't know what Mao has been doing. Yeah, so if anybody wants to come up and talk, you can. If you want to come up and defend any of these people, you can try.
I'm defending everyone. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Go for it. Give it your best shot.
I'm just really curious because I know the whole thing with the two guys at the top left, like how they were like basically lecherous weirdos with women. But I was curious, what's the 211 with Dean? Is it the thing with the Unf America tour and how Z
There's
that
a lot.
came?
There's a lot of levels with that one. There's the fact that he used to be like a Trump supporter not that long ago. The fact that like he got on this app and was like pretending to be indigenous.
What?
Yeah. There's the fact that like he's done several microaggressions. The fact that he like has a platform, makes all this money and doesn't feel like he should give back at all in any way, financially or otherwise.
Okay.
There's like it's a lot of things. I mean, me personally, I don't think that any white person should be leading on the left. Definitely
That's
not a
fair.
white man, cishet white man. Not a
That's
woman either. I don't want to be on the leader on the left either. But unfortunately, this app just basically uh, highlights what our country as a whole does. You know,
uh-huh.
it perpetuates like white supremacy and all that stuff. And unless
Oh,
we,
that's so pretty. Sorry.
oh, thank you. And unless we like actively work to retrain our algorithms, it's always gonna be that way. And then so when the tour came out, that was kind of like the same vibe. I was like, do y'all not see like how the tour is basically like a small picture of like what the app does, and the app is a small picture of like what the country does, like because this tour, like before I said something, there was very little representation. There was no black women on the tour. Like it was um mostly white.
I see. Okay. And then the other, I don't really know too many of the others up here, but I think you said, you mentioned Johnny. Are you talking about Johnny Palmadessa?
Mm-hmm.
What? What's the tea with Johnny? He's so sweet. I think.
The thing with him is when okay, so it's kind of a long story. All right, so I'll give you the quickest version of it. So did you see the live with Geek and that Z came up on and stuff like that?
Uh-uh.
Okay, so Z, the organizer, she came up onto the live and basically was doing a bunch of microaggressions to a panel of black women, and it was hosted by Z. I mean, not
Oh
Z.
wait, I did
Geek.
see that. I did
Okay.
see, I know that thing. Yeah.
So, do you know who Mermaid is?
I do know who Mermaid is, and I really liked her too until I seen her saying some like really transphobic shit in a live, and then I stopped fucking with her.
Before that came out, Sam, do you know who Sam is?
Mm-mm.
She's non-binary, but she's black, or they're non-binary. My apologies. And they went into Mermaid's live basically to be like, hey, I know you just like said you're gonna go on this tour. They went into this live like just like to warn her as as a black woman going on this tour with all these like people that like hello, like they're showing racism. You're going to Texas, like maybe you should. So kind of trying to give them the heads up, and Johnny just completely shut it down. Completely shut down the conversation. There's clips if you want to like find it, but basically like did the whole like, you know, we got bigger fish to fry kind of vibe, like
Oh,
mm-hmm, cut her off mid sentence, and that was the end of their friendship. And but that's just like one thing. But another thing that I found out after that was that he, in a live, he said that women that sell their food stamps uh, are criminals and should like have a felony, or I don't know, I forget what he said, but it was like essentially that they should be criminals
gotcha.
when we know like people sell their food stamps for usually for other things, like to get other things that they need that they can't get with food stamps.
Right.
It's just a very classist take.
Yeah, because I've been in a me not personally been in a position, but my family, like my parents, have been in a position to where they had to sell food stamps before. So
And he
I
always like he'll joke about like threatening to call ICE on guests and stuff like that, which I mean, I don't think
oh,
that's a joke.
I'm
That's
not.
not funny.
That's so crazy. I've never heard that because I mean I guess I haven't been watching as much lately because I've been more so focused on my own content and more so the news, like with Aaron Parnas and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, damn, that's really disheartening. Okay,
Yeah.
well, that's sad. Okay, well,
I
that's
mean, honestly, your safest route is just to stay away from the men. Honestly, um, most of the men on the left are trash. You just that's like the easiest way.
oh. Well, wait. Well, I have one that I want to ask you about that's not on your background.
Mm.
Um, just at in fear of potentially having another one of
I'm
the guys
scared.
I really like struck down. What do you think about Mr. Jones? Like, I feel like he's pretty cool. Am I missing something on him too? Oh no!
Don't make me talk.
Stop.
uh, okay? Listen. Um, I'm a white woman. I'm not gonna say anything, but you could just look up the hashtag. I feel like I'm being pranked right now. Yeah, just look it up on TikTok. There's like a lot of stuff going on. It's yeah.
What?
You're definitely out of the loop, friend. You are
I'm so
very.
out the loop.
If there's someone that would like to come up and bridge the gap, because I, as a white woman, should not be the person.
Yeah, please, because I. What?
Yeah, yeah.
No fucking way. If you wouldn't mind me sticking around for a little bit, I would love to hear.
Mm,
Whoa.
yeah. But like, you're obviously like in a nice bubble in your algorithm. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I want to be your algorithm.
I'm so sorry to interrupt, but there's someone in your comments right now. Her name is Miss Chocolate. She's one of Brizazo's mods. I just want to let you guys. I want everybody, all 400 of you, to know that that's not the real
Yeah.
woman whose account that is. I actually am the one who found the real account of hers. So she's pretending to be a black woman on the internet to defend Brizaza. So just know, we know you didn't call her the N word. We know this, and she, yeah, it's Lucho. That's what everybody assumes is that person. But just wanted to let you know she's really weird and she's not gonna stop bothering you since you have Rizal's face up there. Good luck with that, by the way. Also,
Well,
personally, I think we should
he like
but that's it.
Lucho hates my guts, but what were you gonna say? Sorry.
Me?
No, I miss.
I personally No, it's okay. I just personally think we should add Miss Andry to this dangerous people on the left, but that's just me.
Oh,
The
who is that?
very specific one. So Miss Andry is
I'm
a
happy to add it.
woman who listens. Oh my goodness, let me give
I
you
don't
the
know the
spiel.
lore.
Let me give
I
you
don't
a
know the
rundown.
lore.
She sexually harassed and attacked one of her mods. She said the T slur to one of her trans mods. She's threatened to sue multiple people. She goes on TikTok and she grifts like really badly, into the sense where like it's harmful, because she will attack refugees who like do battles. She only like they're only on here to get money and do battles, and she will belittle them. There's actually, if you look up the real Miss Andrew page, there's a lot of clips on it. She tried to say that Dean's lawyer was hers, and she was going to have Dean's followers attack her or attack their followers. I'm talking about Miss Andre. She shows her armpits on lives as well. I accidentally just scrolled into her live not too long ago, guys, and if I can quickly just play a clip that she said to me. This is her talking to me, by the way.
Whatever the fuck you are, leave me the fuck alone, bitch. Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know why she said whatever you are. I'm non-binary. It's nothing crazy. I'm not like some secret creature, but she's absolutely disgusting. She's also threatened to she told a woman that she was going to schmuck her with a cactus and to see you in for her. She's really, really like really scary and really gross.
Oh my.
And I'm unsure how she still has a platform.
Add it to the list. You got it. That was wild. Oof.
Well, damn. Wait.
Damn. Nobody wants to come up. Nobody wants to come up and answer your question in Kooky. So you might have to.
My bad.
You might have to. You might have to just search the app. But there's tons of stuff.
I'll just do some digging, and plus my phone is ringing at work.
You don't even have to do digging. It's surface. It's on the surface. It's probably your searches probably. It's yeah.
Well, unalive kitten to sell a pillow.
Oh.
Yeah. So she had a kitten who was maybe a week or two old. She was feeding it on its back.
Oh no.
There's multiple photos. Yeah, no, there's multiple photos. Oh, I can pull them up. They're really fucking disgusting. Let's see. Is it? Yeah, its back.
Oh no.
Really fucking disgusting.
If I want to see that.
What I do have to dip out, you guys, but thank you so much for bringing
Thanks
me
for
up.
stopping by.
You know, shed some light. I got some research to do apparently.
Report back once you've caught up. I don't want to see that.
Oh God.
Yeah. But yeah, this kitten passed away, and she used it to sell a neck pillow on TikTok. So like she's literally one of the grossest people I've seen on this space. If you guys want more info, there is a page called The Real Miss Andre, and there's a lot of stuff on there where she there's just like screenshots, and there's also the victim story of who she's harmed on there. Okay, well, I'm gonna go now. Sorry to ruin the moment.
No,
but
you're good.
you know.
Thanks for coming up.
Of course. Once again, The Real Miss Andre. This is that person. Goodbye.
Awesome. Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Hi. Hi, I'm Ariana. I don't know if you do an age check or anything like that.
Only if you sound like a child, but you're good.
Oh, okay. It's nothing in particular to the specific people, except I did see some of the Mercedes live, and I think for me, all I want to talk about is like in general of whiteness and white supremacy and how it facilitates and how frustrated I am as a Black woman. It's literally the echoing of history over and over again. We have the knowledge, we have people who are willing to talk about this thing. I myself talk about this regularly. And for that group of the new what are they calling, what is it again, the Unfuck America tour, the new 2 yeah, for them to say like, oh, we don't have to worry about that now. This literally what happened during the suffragette movement and Black women. Literally.
Mm-hmm.
That is literally what they told Black women before. And now we're seeing a Black woman be used as a human incubator. So how is that working out for Black women right now?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine how upsetting that is as a Black, and then Black women did not get the right to vote till 1964. Mm-hmm. That was only a couple years before my mother was born. Are we being for
that was
real?
After my mother was born.
Yeah. Like, are we being for, this is not the time. This is not the time. That's what white women said to Black women. Because while white women only had to focus on getting the right to vote during that time period, Black women not only wanted the right to vote, they wanted workers' rights because they were already working. And they wanted safe workplaces. Turns out you needed that too, white women, because you eventually went to work your damn selves. And then you had to fight for that as well. If you did it all at once, maybe you won't have to go back and fight again. And then also simultaneously losing your rights again. All of these things that you're scared of are rooted in anti-Black behaviors and anti-Blackness. So when you uplift the most marginalized, which is the Black disabled trans woman, you uplift us all so we don't have to repeat this shit again. Because guess what? We're repeating it. We're literally repeating it. And for me, those lives now are just triggering because it's out there. And in all caucasity, you get to ignore it. White people, you get to ignore that the history is there. So as a Black, and for Black people who are listening, navigating this, protect your peace in any way you can. I'm not telling you to go not watch those lives, but I know for me, I get triggered every time because I'm like, it's there. It's frustrating because the information is there. And you just have the audacity to ignore it. That's it. That's my rant. I'm sorry. That's all I wanted to add to that.
No, you don't have to apologize. No, I agree with everything you said. Like, no notes. Like, was there anyone that you wanted to like talk about in specifically, or just the left? I mean, because there's specific people here, but like, I just think that there's a lot of issues on the left in general where it's like we still tend to platform white men. That's like
it's not just like that. It's for me. I consider myself a womanist, an intersectional feminist in certain rights, and it's this idea that the oppressors are going to be the ones to save us. So you guys, like, people tend to put oppressors on high pedestals, recognizing that they're a part of the oppressed group. So like in the past couple of weeks, I've also seen things go down with centering men and how problematic they've been. They're men. You put a man on a pedestal and you expected him to do right by women. Are we being for real now? Come on, don't be silly.
That to me is the most baffling thing.
And so the same thing comes with white people. You put white people on a pedestal and expect them not to white people. Are we? But then you don't want to listen to Black women. Check your own biases, your internal isms and phobias. When was the last book you read, or just listen to? Because I'm not going to be able to say you have to read, or listen to just someone speak that wasn't white or white presenting, or a woman. What does your algorithm look like? Who are you listening to? Whose lives are you navigating?
Where are you spending your money?
Exactly.
Which creators are you donating to? Who are you subscribed to?
Exactly. And then where I tried to avoid it because, again, savoring my peace, but there was all this debate talk drama. Most of it was around men. It was around men. You put a man on a pedestal. And so recognize these people are not going to save us. You know, sometimes I love the Cinderella story, but at the end of the day, I'm also the Cheetah Girls version of Cinderella story, where they said in the Cheetah Girls version, you got to save yourself. So do what you can, get the education you need, but recognize that these people are like, they're not going to save you because they're also the oppressor. So yeah, it's that. I think I appreciate Good Trouble and what he did. I think where I was really upset and where that live with Mercedes, because I did see him go in, I was a little disappointed, is that he only pointed out this creator Ray Ray and that video, and they were like, well, I'm surprised that they didn't react the way they had. They still had Z at the bottom of the panel, who still refused to address microaggressions towards Black women. So are we really shocked? Recognize the company you're speaking towards. And then you expect a certain behavior towards that. No, they're not going to give that to you. Of course they were going to panel Ray Ray. Facing racism, addressing racism, that's bottom tier. We'll worry about the racist later, guys. We'll worry about the racist later. We have to deal with the fascists. Shocker to you guys, fascism is rooted in white supremacy. The Holocaust, yeah, that's an act of white supremacy.
Mm-hmm.
You don't recognize that. Jewish people were racialized. So racism and fascism go hand in hand, and you cannot dismantle it without addressing the other. You cannot dismantle fascism without addressing patriarchy, white supremacy, ableism, racism, homophobia, because all those groups were attacked, especially in the most prominent example everyone likes to talk about, even though there are other examples of that during the Holocaust. So let's be for real and open our horizons on what is actually going on.
I mean, me personally, I would not have. I don't think any of us should have been in Mercedes Live, like at all. There was nothing to be done. Like there was nothing to be done there. Like those people don't care. And like at least for me, like I'm not gonna get in the guest box and have my community get that notification that I'm live and then end up in there and being harmed because the comments were atrocious. Like everything was atrocious. Like if you want to have the conversation, you can have it like in your spaces, but that's just my thing. I'm not gonna subject my community to that.
I appreciate that. What I've recently started doing, and I'll end on that note, is I like right now, anybody who follows me, I have turned off my live notifications because now when I enter lives that are not going to be laterally harmful, but I want to address a behavior, I'm not going to highlight that person, and I'm not going to platform this person to say I'm in here. But I do want to address the harm. So if you happen to see me in there, no, I'm not trying to hide from you.
No, that's a good idea, but like and I do want to clarify, like I'm not talking about Black people or whatever, because obviously like y'all can do what you want to do and handle it how you want to handle it. I'm talking about us white people that are already causing harm every single day. Like we shouldn't be perpetuating more harm. And like I don't know, it gives white savior.
Give me the space to speak. Thank you.
Of course, you're welcome anytime. Welcome back, Shin.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
I don't know. I know you said that you left some people out on the background, but honestly, I think you should add Aaron Parnas. He's a Zionist.
I don't really
Um,
know. Like I've heard a lot of people mention him recently. I don't know anything about him though. He's a Zionist. Oh, that's a no for
yeah,
me.
he's a huge Zionist, and that's not
Oof.
speculation. He tweeted about this like in full-blown words of his own. So it's not like, oh, it was speculation, like, oh, maybe he is a Zionist or not. No, he admitted that he is.
Mm.
And somehow he still gets a platform. People repost his stuff, like his stuff, and I'm like, and this is like very important to like note because of like what's currently going on in Gaza, where like a lot like blockade of going on with food and
Mm-hmm.
medical supplies, and so like absolutely like to notate that because we can't let Zionists like have a voice at all, by any means, in my opinion. Like yeah.
I
Yeah,
agree with
like
that.
I know he's like related to like a pretty big like a politician or whatever. I think that's why like he got his platform.
Oh.
Um
His father actually was he was involved with the Rudy Giuliani and President Trump situation and got arrested and such. But he does not have any like thing to do with his father. But I'm just clearing that part up.
okay, okay. Well yeah, but regardless, yeah, he's a Zionist and no one should follow him and
Mm-hmm.
yeah. That's just what I wanted to add. But I agree, of course, with everyone in the background. Some of these people I don't know,
That's
like that
great. That's
guy
wonderful.
in the hat,
I'm
and
so glad for you.
I know, you're right. I agree because I I think I know everyone. I'm trying to unfollow, and I think I don't know 4 of the people up there, so I'm trying to make sure I unfollow them.
Who's that? Who you?
Okay, so the guy who's got headphones on, I don't know who that is.
That's Destiny.
Okay, well,
He's a
not
Twitch.
following him.
Yeah, he's a Twitch streamer mostly. But if you want more information, he is.
I've heard of Destiny.
Yeah.
I just have not. I don't know much, but I can research that.
Yeah, he's accused of like sending out revenge porn or threatening to send out revenge porn.
Oh gosh. Okay. And then the bald guy, I don't know who that is.
That is that person was on Mercedes' live.
Oh, is that the Ray
Tomfoolery.
Oh, Tom.
Tomfoolery.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
I obviously am not following that person. And then the hat, the red and black hat.
CFH Unfiltered. He went on the first tour and stands by the fact that Z isn't racist in his mind. And
Tom
then
from MySpace.
Wait, what is it? What is his name?
CFH Unfiltered, I think it is.
Oh, okay. And then the girl next to him, on the, I guess, bottom left.
Oh, that's Brie Zaza.
Okay.
I didn't know about her until like a few months ago, but apparently she's like one of the OG problematic people on this app. She catfished a pretty large creator over here on the left. I'm not going to mention because it's their story to tell. They've told the story, but I don't know if they want to keep rehashing it. But catfished that person pretty bad, and she's microaggressions, racist.
I know who you're talking about.
She told me. She basically said in the chat that I went to jail for stalking. So she just says all kinds of random. She'll just say whatever the fuck she wants.
Well, so when I just got on TikTok before I came to your live, I saw a guy named Ethan, just Ethan. That's all it said, and he made a 6-part. I didn't watch it. I don't have time for it. Anyways, he made a 6-part thing about how Z is innocent and he has proof and timelines and all these receipts. Yeah. Listen. And that she's not racist, which I was like wrong. But anyways, I'm not. Yeah, it was like Ethan was just his name, like, and I was like, what is this? You're putting a lot of power and I would say energy and time into all these videos because they have to be like 10 minutes each.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look him up for sure.
Yeah. So I would say he's probably a problem person as well. Oh, he's just doing clickbait, possibly. I mean, listen. Is there anybody else I'm missing then? I don't know. I'm just trying to make sure. I don't want to be associated with any of these people.
Well, and I mean, you don't have to also like take my word for it because
no,
like,
I want to do
like Shin said, like we shouldn't platform Aaron because he's a Zionist, but we're learning that a lot of people don't give a fuck about that, and that's sad. And I don't like that, and I don't fuck with Zionists, but like everyone has to decide like who they're comfortable with. So like don't just take my word for it on these people. Like definitely.
No, I do my due diligence and research, and I did see the Mercedes stuff, and that was that. Awful.
Hey, Nikki.
Yeah.
I don't mean to interrupt.
No, go right ahead.
Were you speaking about Ethan Baum or Ethan Baum 8 or the guy with the really long hair and sunglasses?
Oh, I don't follow him either. I don't believe.
Hey. Oh, he's another one of these guys, and you know what? I listen to a lot of the liberal lives and a lot of the Republican lives. Obviously, there's more liberal ones, but I just thought you were talking about Ethan, and I just.
Oh no, this is a different Ethan. It's just like a random. No, he has short hair. Not. I know who you're talking about.
Oh.
No, this was. I had never seen this Ethan before ever, and then he had a 6-part video of how Z was.
You did remind me though, Ethan Klein. Add him there.
Yeah. I know. It's sad because it's growing. The list is growing, but it's true, you know. So, and you were right in the beginning, and nobody would listen to you. So I feel everybody. I just wanted to say that. Alina was right.
A few times in my life that I can say that, but don't tell my husband because
okay.
I'm always right.
That's right. That's right.
I got to give a follow, but what I find, because you know I've had a lot of
that an ice cream truck?
It sounds like it. Was that
sounds like it.
I haven't seen an ice cream truck in ages.
Anyways, as I was saying, you know, like all these lies, you know, with all damn near half the people you have in the background there, I've seen a few, and we're all more than well aware of their videos and whatnot. But the Ethan one, the one thing that they all have in common is they love to say how society is so broke or whatever. The next thing they say is, "Thank you for the $500 donation. Thank you for the $100 donation. Oh my God, thank you for the $10."
I'm so confused. What are you talking about?
You mean like when they get like a Venmo or something during their
Yeah. What I was talking about, the Ethan Baum thing, these guys, they literally, like, for starters, he's a Canadian, and then he hosts a panel there, and the whole objective of it is to have people up there and get paid to kick them. So it's like, well, what's the point of it?
We
You
do
know,
pay
yeah.
to kicks here too.
What's that?
We do pay to kicks here too.
Yeah, but I mean, the whole goal of it is to just pay to kick any dispute or any, I guess you could say, conservative or anything like that comes up. Oh, thanks for the galaxy. Oh, you wait half an hour. Thanks for the galaxy.
Are
And then,
you
Should we not thank people that send gifts, or what's your deal?
of course, you should.
Okay.
Okay. But I mean, if you're holding a, what's this? Hold on, people are tagging me here.
Oh
If you're actually honestly looking to debate, and then it's like, hold on, I'm looking. Did you get kicked and you're sad? That's because they're all fake. Well, yeah,
I
no.
mean, so
Yeah,
I
no.
guess, are you trying to tell people how to run their live?
Well, what I'm saying is, if anybody ever actually believed in what they believed in, and they wanted to have a debate between sides, the minute you're having a debate, you shouldn't be able to, like, oh, the same girl or guy who's here, whatever, just paid me $5 or $10 to kick you off, and you're gone. I think it's like its own personal business, which in theory would not be people sitting there having a debate on any topic, which means it's literally just a goal to make money. Are you saying that your goal is to just make money?
Me?
Yeah.
I think there's multiple goals.
Okay.
I mean, I've been creating content online for 10 years, so like I've just always created content, and I went live on Periscope, I went live on YouTube, I've done everything.
Okay.
But my daily goal specifically is used to foster kittens.
That is true. Yeah.
They eventually
And Red Bull. So sometimes, yes, I do get myself Red Bull and Carvel. Sometimes I do like ice cream. But
she has baby kittens, and she literally like feeds them and nourishes them and takes care of them.
Oh yeah, no, I'm all fine.
I agree,
with that.
Pixie Dust. I miss Periscope a lot. Twitter bought it and ruined it, and that's why Karma came back and had Elon buy Twitter and ruin it.
All right.
I mean, I think everybody, whoever has their platforms or whatever, have different goals and different, what they want to do, what their goals are. But I don't think also, unless you are causing harm and doing harm and saying things that are harmful, that anyone has a right to tell them how to run their life, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm on the left, so I believe that people should be paid for their labor.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't have an issue with people making money or making this their job. My issue is that some of the larger creators have rake in thousands every week and don't pour back into their communities. I have an issue with cishet white men capitalizing off the oppression of others, oppression that they're never going to face, and not giving back into those communities in some form or fashion. I'm not saying they have to give it all, but something. Like,
I feel as if I've been misinterpreted and I.
W. Ashley paid to kick you. Sorry, Wade. Pika, exactly. You sent a baby dragon as well, so you have one in the bag.
So okay, and then I guess some people are in the comments asking about why Dean is on there.
Oh, Dean has a long history of racism, microaggressions, pretending to be Indigenous, and then also, again, like I just said, capitalizing off of the oppression of others and not wanting to give back. When I mentioned it in a live, I didn't say him specifically. I said people that are creating that are raking in a lot of money, these big creators, they should give back to marginalized communities. And even though I didn't mention him, his response was, only person who knows about my finances is me. Oh, okay. All right, bud. So that just the vibe is off. And he could do a lot more good with that. He could use this platform to uplift other communities. He should is insane. Yeah, I said it again. He should. He should.
I agree.
He's capitalizing off of the oppression of other people, groups that he's not a part of. He should. I'll say it again. Hi, Kiara.
Well, I will drop down so you guys can talk. But I'm gonna go. I will send you a message if I see this Ethan person again.
Yes, please do. And if there's anyone that you want to like talk more about, I'm happy to talk to you.
Yes.
There's some people that aren't up on there that I just didn't have time to add, or if I add them, they'll do a 7-hour live about me. So, and we all know who they are. So it's
I know who that one is.
we don't have to add them.
No, I got
Nikki, Nikki, you know me from a while back.
Mike, like, I know. We used to, yes, I know, yes.
So, like, if you want to talk about Bree specifically, because, like, I have my personal thing with her, you can always feel free to reach out to me and get that.
Sure thing.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Good deal. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Good one. Thanks for stopping by. I know you're busy all the time, so I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Ravi sent 30 for a kick fund. So now we got another kick just waiting. I don't know if we're going to have another Wade come up. It might just be friendlies today. I don't know if you heard me, Kiara, or maybe you did respond, but I love you. Hi. I missed you.
I miss you too. I don't have a lot of time. I'm just like criticizing the background because you're missing somebody.
I have a list of people I'm missing, apparently. I do want to say that we are going to be canceling Kiara because just so you guys know, Kiara wasn't out of town. She just was distancing herself from me during this time. She felt like I was very problematic, and
exactly. That's why I meant you have to put me in the background. I was waiting for my cancellation party, and I'm so disappointed that it didn't happen yet.
Now it's getting canceled though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, update your background, please. Just me actually. I don't want to share space of any of these. It just needs to be me. That's it.
How German of you.
I know. But yeah, I think this topic is very interesting, very important. I think we should, and when people are calling it infighting, I will literally block you. It makes me sick to my stomach. This is not infighting, folks. Like, it's not.
Is it infighting if we don't want them with us anyway in the first place?
No, exactly. It's legit.
You're an op. If
you're
you do these things, you're an op.
You can't sit with us. That's the vibe here. It's not infighting, okay? I don't want to share room. It'd be the case that we would criticize somebody on our side.
You see that in the chat, Kiara? Cancel James.
Okay.
James said, I actually support all these people in the background.
James?
Don't actually cancel him, but
well,
we love Jamal.
We do. Okay, actually, James can do whatever he wants, but the rest, you're on the nice.
23 says, Alina, when the bullied turned into bullies, you are no better than. Come on, listen. I know you didn't use all your characters, so you just gave like a half thought for nothing. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't see it as infighting. You know, in my opinion, the left starts at anti-capitalism, and so they are center-right at best. All of them, every single one of them. They don't know definitions. They don't know. It makes me really cringe when they use the term leftist, especially like the likes of Mercedes. She doesn't know terms. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. And I mean, the issue, and that's why I have it in quotations. I know you've probably heard me say this already, but for the people that haven't, like, it's in quotations because I know that these people aren't leftists, but they don't know. And some of them identify as leftists. Some of them say that they're on the left. But also, if you just Google, like, leftist content creators, some of these people are going to be the ones that pop up because that's just how searches work. We train the algorithms.
Isn't it kind of also important that we do educate people on what leftist like really means, like what leftism is and the tenets of that? Because if you want to be a liberal, okay, be a liberal, but say that you're a liberal. Don't say that you're leftist when you're not.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Allison. Allison, you're going up on there. I'm just kidding. We love Allison. We also love Louise. Allison has showed me. Okay, this is going to be like total side topic. So at 4 o'clock in the morning, I was in Allison's live, and she came across this lovely lady, Louise. Louise, I don't know if she's Australian or what, but she was dancing. She was dancing. She's got to be like my mom's age, dancing away. EDM, just boom, just dance for hours. We love Louise.
Beautiful. Somebody asked what the difference between leftism and liberalism is. Liberalism essentially focuses on individual rights, and it upholds
G-Snooks just ran a train on you.
Thank you. Thank you for running that train on me. Appreciate it.
It ran through
So it upholds capitalism, progressives within liberalism. You have an echo. I'm gonna mute you really quick.
Thank you, G-Snooks.
So progressives who are liberals believe that you can be liberated within capitalism by essentially implementing things like welfare, etc.
Yeah, social programs and stuff, but they don't care about the
liberation.
Yeah, global south and all that.
Right. And leftists believe that capitalism can never lead to liberation, and they believe that capitalism must be abolished in order to find liberation of the people of the proletariat. And it's essentially how our working class is organized. So that would be the difference between liberals and leftists. I'm kind of out of it.
That was amazing, though.
Sorry.
No, I was just saying that was amazing, the way you described it, yeah.
When you mean by liberation. So liberation just means a lack of oppression. Oppression essentially alters your state of well-being. So in that instance, it would be affecting your health, your mental state, your physical state, your life expectancy, your sense of well-being in general. So, for example, capitalism would express itself by you not having lack of resources, therefore having a lower life expectancy, having less access to resources due to the lack of money, I guess. Yeah, that's it.
Oh my gosh, Edith, I read that as, okay, so Edith said, why do you only go live when I'm laying down for a nap? I read that as, why do you go live when you're laying down for a nap? Because facts. I was like, I'm actually sitting up today. What do you mean? Y'all remember when I used to take naps on live?
Oh, cute.
I used to just accidentally fall asleep.
Wasn't it on
I haven't done that in a long time.
bingo card too?
Yeah, that's how often it was. Listen, I had a lot of bottle babies. I was sleep deprived.
All right, I gotta put the milkworm to bed.
All right.
But I'll be back later.
Hey, Lita. I just want to make this really quick. I just want to let you know, first of all, I'm obsessed with you. I love you. Everything you share and everything you say is just so incredible. It's really great to see like real leftists out there. But one thing that I was wondering, would you ever think of putting together a like recommended list of people's? I don't know. I took a break from watching lives for graduation, and so I'm not up to all of the know of like who's problematic and who's not. But I think it would be really cool if, yeah, we need to share information of like who to not listen to, but like who are the people we should be entrusting and creating community and camaraderie with during these times. So I don't know. I just like trust my fellow.
We can definitely do that. We can do like a version of this with like people to follow.
That'd be so cool.
I will say that if you want like a cheat sheet, just avoid all the men. That's like the easiest. That's the easiest route.
That's a given.
And I mean, for the most part, avoid white women.
Right.
That can include 100%. Me. I don't really care. But yeah,
Yeah.
That's
I just was
the
hoping
cheat
maybe
sheet.
you'd share some of the people that you love and trust, so we can all make sure we're, uplifting the right platforms. But you're amazing. Thank you. I don't want to take up too much space. Bring more people up. Have a good day,
You're
guys.
good. Have a good one.
Bye. Oh, I don't know how to leave. Oh shit! I've never actually gotten up in the live.
I can gently drop you down. Oh, I'm sorry, James. I'm sorry. Listen, it was just a general cheat sheet. There are exceptions. Hold on. I saw a comment, but it was moving too fast. Anywho, what is this? Devin, are you still getting ice cream?
Hi, y'all. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Nice. No, I'm not getting ice cream. I'm sorry to everyone that wants ice cream now.
It sounded like an ice cream truck, man.
I was outside changing laundry. I'm sorry. I want to keep it short. I am also pretty triggered just by thinking of all these things, all these people. I do want to address Dean and people asking, what has Dean done? How is Dean problematic? For me specifically, I say whenever I go on any lives, wherever Dean's brought up, that for me personally, when I first discovered Dean, not to mention all his past, and sorry, I am worked up, like just thinking, like it's very disturbing.
Take your time.
So Dean, along with all his, litany of microaggressions and racist behaviors that he has in the past, when I discovered Dean, I was in his live. A Black man was on his live, and someone paid him to say watermelon, 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 watermelon to this guest. Very disturbing.
What?
Immediately, I say this whenever I go in anyone's lives. If ever I see a video about him, I commented it.
That's one I haven't heard. That's crazy.
So Dean has addressed this with me on Reddit, right? And he did not apologize. He said that he was aware of it after the fact. A friend told him, he did not apologize. He laughed it off and was like, oh, like that was crazy that happened. So
this is why I tell y'all, like, and that's why I said it in that original live when I was talking about this, like, and confronted with Dean, like, this is why, like, maybe y'all should not be doing this in the public eye. You are not ready. You're not ready. If you don't know like stuff like that, then you're not ready.
I think he does know. I don't know if it was
giving him the benefit of the doubt. If he just didn't know, okay,
yeah,
you're still not
I think he does know because he was aware. He did acknowledge that, like, oh, like he didn't think of it in that moment. Either way, I don't give a shit. It was nasty. I have a bad taste in my mouth for him since then, on top of all the other things. So if anyone's wondering what Dean's issue is, it's that I don't think he's an advocate for any of the communities that he talks about, quite frankly. And I did want to talk about Mercedes. That live was also very disturbing, very micro and macro aggressive. And like I said, I'm gonna keep it short, but I think Tashika's mammy comment about her Black wife standing behind her was very funny. It was very weird. Her wife then, I forget if it was when Erica was speaking or after, or she was just so disturbed by, like, I don't know, people calling out her fucking racist wife. But she then got in the camera and was saying how Black people are actually the most racy people she's ever met. I think she has a lot of unlearning to do, a lot of dissecting, within herself and her relationship. And I would just like to say that I think everyone does. I think, we live in a system where we all have to unlearn and deconstruct.
Yeah, I always say, like, you, like, whatever demographic you're not a part of, like, you're like, we all have to deconstruct ableism. We all have to deconstruct transphobia, like homophobia, all of those different things if you're not a part of those communities. And sometimes even when you are a part of those communities, like, I I grew up under the patriarchy. Like, I had a lot of internalized misogyny. That's something I'm always going to have to continue to unpack and understand, like, why I immediately think certain things about the stuff around me, how it's tied into misogyny. So, like, yeah, we all need to be deconstructing all of these things, like, for sure.
That's what I think. Accountability first and foremost. We all need to deconstruct. It's okay. You know what I mean? We want to acknowledge these things so we can deconstruct them. So not you, Mercedes sitting on live, like dodging accountability and like trying to cut off Erica every time Erica like is talking, but letting Z, chime. It's just really weird. Really weird. So thanks. Love you.
Thank you.
Love the
Thank
space you hold for Black people and Black women specifically.
I appreciate you.
Thanks.
I hope you have a good one, and you're welcome anytime.
Thank you. See you later.
Bye.
I don't know how to drop either. Please drop.
I will gently put you back in the comments. I don't know how to say your username. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
But how do you say
senescence? Yeah.
Senescence. Okay.
Yeah. So I just want to give my 2 cents about the whole thing. So I think we can all agree that the current political climate of the past generation, I would say, has really exacerbated the truth and really revealed a lot of what people really feel. And I think us as people that are considerate or kind or good people, just in general, would be like are kind of like, it's almost shocking, right? Like, oh my God, like people like this actually exists that are racist or homophobic or transphobic, whatever it might be. And it's almost so common that it's ingrained in overall society that these people consider it normal. I think that it's very, very dangerous, especially these people that are quote unquote the left, that are famous, that platform or uplift voices on their lives that are intrinsically harmful to everyone. Like, I hate, my biggest pet peeve is when they're like, well, we have to come together, we have to like find a middle ground, we're all in this together kind of like mindset. And especially like
we have bigger fish to fry.
Right. And I think it's extremely dumb to say that, because as people who are championing progressive values, it's insane to agree with Yahtzees. Like, I like, just point blank period. Like, I'm just gonna stop right there. Like, the whole live with Good Trouble and the whole the video that he literally showed on camera, that was like just one of a million examples, right? We can just like point to of how these people that are on the right or right leaning or conservative in any way, shape, or form are going to set us back. Just period, point blank. They're going to be harmful to some marginalized community, whether it's the LGBTQ, whether it's ableism, whether it's there's a myriad of different minority groups that are impacted by conservative talking points and values, because generally conservative mindset just breeds fascism, like just generally. It aligns with all the tenets of fascism, it easily parts with it, and it can really be manifested and manipulated into something very dangerous. So I think that as a collective, all of us, we really need to hold these people accountable. It can't just be like, oh, some of us, because what's happening is that, I'll give you an example. Like, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the whole James Charles like situation, but like there was this whole falling out just recently on TikTok and Instagram, whatever it might be, and him losing a lot of followers. He made some like video apologizing about some recent scandal, and he gained all of his followers back. But this person has a long story of issues and schmilophilia and other things that should never be forgiven. Same thing goes for racist people. Same thing goes for people that are transphobic, homophobic. Those things we cannot just let go. Like you can't just like forgive that. And someone else, like someone just commented, like Tashika was on that panel. Like, do I think that she's like part of that group? No, Tashika's not like at all like these people that are pictured in this photo, because Tashika is actually like a true leftist. She actually like is all about it, and there's very few people on this platform that are like that are consistent. These people in the photo are like they flip-flop. The flip-floppers, those people you gotta be real careful from. And that's all I gotta say. But
I agree with
you know,
that.
I think we all just have to really hold these people accountable. It's really disgusting.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to hold people accountable when a good chunk of the audience just doesn't care.
Don't. It's because they're white, so they don't really understand that, you know, white people intrinsically benefit from society, like overall, just from everything, from federally, socially, from restaurants to food to theme parks. Literally every part of society, white people are just naturally just wholly benefit from it, just point blank, period. And if you don't see that as a white person, that's what we're talking about.
White people are always going to side with their whiteness,
right,
at the end of the day.
right, exactly. And that's that. Until we figure that out, until white people like get their s together and really tackle that issue, we're never going to be whole. That's just, and for like, it's just the truth, you know. Like the African American community, the Black people in this country have not been made whole, and that whole thing, that is never going to, unless that is addressed and a variety of other parts of it are addressed, it is never going to be close to being fixed. It's really disappointing. And just another example before I finish. Did you guys see that plantation that went on fire in the South? Yeah. So there's this entire community of people that are so sad that this plantation went up in flames.
There
oh my
are?
God.
Oh man, I'm on a different FYP.
So many, like there's so many white people. And I didn't know this either because my FYP wasn't really showing me that. I saw a lot of people celebrating it, which is great. But the other side of it, which is really a lot of white people see, is they're like, so they're crying, they're so sad, they're depressed, it's on the news, oh my God, you know, there's so much history. Yeah, there is a lot of history on that plantation, but the fact that it's being used as a wedding venue, and a variety of other issues that go around with it, from, you know, the tours that they were doing that were like celebrating the whole concept of the plantation. I mean, I'm not going to go into detail, but
yeah, I mean, like, I have no issues with it getting burned to the ground, but like,
same.
if they were gonna use it as some kind of event venue, then like every single dollar that was made off of that should have been going into like some form of reparations, whether it's
Right.
back into the community, into like Black neighborhoods, Black scholarships, whatever. That could have been a way of them keeping the property up, but like utilizing it for something that's beneficial.
And that's, I agree with you 100%. And that's like, I think a lot of my shock comes from people that compare it to like imagine Auschwitz went on fire. Like I think that comparison that a lot of white people are doing is disgusting. Like that's just that's just crazy for people to compare that, because those two things are A, not the same, and B, totally different level of suffering, and C, one is not one is not being used as a wedding venue. Like it's just and I think that yes, it would have been better, right, for it to be used as something to give back to the community and give it back to, you know, maybe the descendants of the slave owners, like the actual people that were enslaved would own the property, right? That's different. But it was not. It was not. It's being used to profit.
Yeah. Most likely white people to profit.
And it's just exceptionally painful. My background, I'm Armenian, so like I come from a background of people that had genocide against them. So the pain that like I experience is going to be different, right? But the fact that white people just in general just have this, they don't want to learn. They're resistant. There's a saying going around now. It's black fatigue. That's just this whole talking point is embedded in racism of our society, and it is so disgusting, the amount of it that's going on, that it just blows my mind that just white people are just not doing anything about it. Like just Texas, just recently, like the whole person that's, you know, that poor woman who is brain dead, holding bearing a fetus, like it's, I have no words. Like that's literally dystopian. It's crazy. It's insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that woman is in Georgia, but you might be confusing it with another.
Sorry, yeah, Georgia.
Another like case. Not woman being used as an incubator, but there's been many women in Texas that have been unalived from not being able to get care. So
my apologies. This is, yes, Georgia's the one I was referencing. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Truth, did you have something you wanted to add to the conversation? I'm not gonna lie, anyone with the username Truth makes me nervous. I don't think they know how to unmute. Okay, Diamond Alexis, you're up.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a little under the weather. Okay, I really only know Dean from these people. I know about the Z situation, but I don't really know those other people that well. My thing with Dean is like, you know, at first I was a fan of his, and I thought that his lives were like entertaining and plus like informative and like promoted critical thinking, and I just thought he was smart. And he also just got me more interested in like politics, so that was helpful with like what everything that's going on right now. But like since he's been doing the Jubilee like videos, it's just been coming off a lot. Well, it probably was before, but obviously if you're a fan you kind of have like a bias. But I can like see how like it's becoming more clickbaity and more performative. Like he's changed the formatting of his videos and things to be more to like get more clicks and views. And like I just think it's stupid and ridiculous that the people on like the tour are like legitimizing Charlie Kirk and his viewpoints. Like it's actually so it's just so unbelievable. Like he went on Jubilee, like Charlie Kirk, and he literally said that black people were doing better during like the segregation era and like the era of slavery, like financially and like emotionally, etc., etc. And like they just thought to themselves, yeah, let's follow this person on a tour. This person is going to be someone worth debating. Like
I've never watched Jubilee, but I know that like
yeah,
I have no interest in following a white supremacist around, and definitely not to us. I live in Florida. I don't need to follow white supremacists to Texas. Like
no,
we have them here.
And I just think that like Jubilee, like it's not really a real platform on a certain side for a certain like I don't know if it's an agenda. I don't know what Jubilee is, but I don't think Jubilee is real. So that's why I think it's silly that they're on there, especially when they're like claiming to like promote critical thinking and awareness. Like Jubilee is just what are we doing? And then another thing, like Charlie Kirk literally like I don't know if y'all seen that video, but he had said like there's a gray area when women revoke consent. So he was basically like defending grape, and they're still sitting up there trying to debate this person who is a grape apologist. Like what? I just really don't understand why he's being legitimized so much and why they feel the need to follow this person who they know is not likely to change their viewpoints. I wish maybe the tour was more focused on like the students there, like and educating them. And I know it's like a mix, it's supposed to be a mixture of both, but just talking to Charlie Kirk is a waste of time. Like Ben Shapiro, Candace Owens, all those people are not real. Like they literally have, I don't know if it's just money or something, but they are just not real to me. They don't have good points. Their points aren't rooted in anything legitimate, and I just think it's ridiculous that they are following these type of people and want to debate them.
You know, yeah, I don't know why they try to keep debating the likes of Charlie Kirk. There's all these like niceries that we just need to talk to him. Maybe we can convince him to
Right.
be good. You know what we do to people like Charlie Kirk? We face them to the wall,
Mm-hmm.
for some nice paint, on a new wall in a nice neighborhood, right?
Yeah,
I
the
don't know
whole like
why.
them trying to like the overarching like this whole movement to like
Speaking of not
legitimize.
real,
Hmm? What'd you say?
speaking of not real, I'm just curious about the 1996 Clinton HR 2202.
Can you expand on that, please?
Pardon me?
Can you expand on that, please? What do you mean by that? Like, can you expand on that, please? What do you mean by that? Like, what's your, well, like, you just gave like a HR, like, what, can you
Oh,
be
the
more
bill
specific?
that in 1996 Clinton HR 2202.
Okay, what about it?
He grouped immigrants together
Clinton
and
was also
eliminated.
not that good. Oh no, wait,
Right.
do you think we think Clinton was like a good person?
And it was also done by Congress, so it's not just Clinton like signing an executive order. You know that, right? Like Congress actually like approved that, so you can't really compare the two. So I don't know why. And yeah, like Clinton's not a good person, so I don't know why.
What's that? I was so confused why that was brought up. I think
Yeah.
that was supposed
So
to be like a
random.
gotcha. Yeah, I hate Clinton as well. Yeah, I think that was a gotcha you wanted
He
there,
eliminates
Truth.
due process under a Democrat.
Yeah, cool. I'm
Did
not
you
a
not hear what I
Democrat.
told you? Like it
Yeah,
was
but
done
I'm
through
not a
Congress.
Democrat.
Are you okay?
Me?
Mhm.
Truth, absolutely.
You sound like a bot.
Like a
Yeah,
what?
you sound like AI to me.
I'm just confused. Okay, so you see the background and then
Yes.
you requested and you're talking about Clinton. Why?
Can you give me some information on 1996 Clinton
What
HR
is going?
2202?
Where
You're
on the
not asking the
background?
question. You're like
Where on the
you're being
background is 1996 for
That
Clinton?
is a question.
Why are you asking this question? Can I be like genuinely like? Can you ask like? Can you answer why you're asking this question?
I'm
Do you
just
think we're?
curious.
Do you think we're Democrats? Do you think we are like liberals? Is that what you think?
Yes.
we're
Hmm.
not.
No, I'm a staunch communist. What are you talking about?
Mhm.
Not the same thing as a liberal. Liberals are center right at best. So I don't know what
Right.
you were thinking here with that HR whatever type of bill
While
from
you're up here
Clinton.
debating law, just wondering if you have
You're
any
not even,
information.
No, none of
ma'am.
us are debating law. What are you talking about?
What the heck are you
Respectfully, like
talking about?
Open forum, so like it would have said debate if it was a debate.
Right.
What is it you're debating? What
we're not debating
process?
anything, ma'am. That's why it doesn't say anything about a debate.
Okay,
What are
ask
you
me a
talking about?
question.
I don't want to ask you a question. You're supposed to come up and have a conversation about the topic, which is literally on the screen.
Wanted to add something if you were done with your point. I don't want to like interrupt your point, but
Okay, just was curious. Why do you get blocked when you bring up the
Who's that
Clinton?
whispering in the background,
Oh my
Truth?
god.
Who's talking to you, Truth, back there? Who's whispering there?
Why is it you get blocked every time you bring up the history?
It's triggered.
You ready? I'm not triggered. I
Buddy,
assist
Truth,
every one of these.
Why are
Every
you
one of
using
these
her as a
things.
talking tool? Like,
You
why
guys
don't you
just
just
want to
come
keep
on it
talking?
yourself?
Okay, am I allowed to talk? Are you guys done? Can I talk?
You're not even talking about the topic.
What's the topic? Dangerous
It's
people
right
on the
there.
left. Yeah, dangerous people on the left. Whenever you mention anything like the Clinton 1996 2202 Act.
Truth, you're so dumb.
Sir, that's not
And so,
that's done through
I was
You're
9
so
years
policy.
dumb.
oh,
old.
so now you know what I'm talking about, or what?
No,
No, I was
because
9 years old.
Yeah, and it's still invoked.
Okay.
So, do you want to know
truth,
how it relates? Look, are you
truth. Can I bring you
okay?
to a
Okay,
nice? Truth.
okay.
Can I
Who wants
bring
to
you to a
talk right
nice?
now?
Wait, truth.
Oh,
Can I bring you to a nice place called like
sorry. Sika wants to use their kick.
Okay.
Bye,
That guy
Truth.
was just so like, why was he
What?
using? Was that his like girlfriend or something? Like, why was he using her as like a talking like? I don't.
I
That was
don't
just
know.
that was
What
so
the heck was
weird.
that, bro? What the?
Another thing that I wanted to bring up was, like, I know that Dean went on live and he like responded to like somewhat of like the Z situation, and he was responding to Peyton, but like what Peyton did in response to like Z, I thought that Dean would have did, just because he's usually like a little bit more direct and like compared to Parker, I'll say. And I don't know about direct in other aspects, but he's definitely like more direct and like he back in the day he should be more like confrontational. But what was I gonna say? Um,
I will
I
say being confrontational and direct isn't
mhm,
as lucrative.
yeah, but I was gonna say that when he brought up Mermaid, I think her name was, um, I what was I gonna say? Oh, I still haven't found like I know that they said like Dean and Mermaid had said that like a lot of black women didn't like that Peyton was like speaking for them or whatever the case may be, but like I still haven't seen any like evidence of that. So if anyone has like any videos of that, because I haven't seen any black women say that they didn't appreciate Peyton's take on the situation.
I think at first, like in the begin, like when this whole thing first happened, I think that was like communicated. But I think as time went on, where like the truth, like more of the evidence of the overall story kind of came out, that's when I think he was like one of the only ones that was actually like holding them to the fire versus like everyone else kind of defending Z or kind of just ignoring it. I would prefer like I not prefer, but I would rather like demand someone that's like a Tashika or like Covey or someone that's a little bit like who is actually in the community that has a platform that can like really speak for the community. I just think it's not you have I think it's better if someone that can relate that's in the community can speak for that situation versus like you know uh I forgot the person that you were just speaking about. I'm Peyton. Yeah, him. I forgot his name already, but yeah.
Well, I think the thing too that like is like Peyton didn't like mention anyone in his video. All he did was said was, "This lady seems racist.
Yeah.
I don't want to say. I don't want to be attached to that."
Right.
Yeah.
And out of all the people, like he did the hard thing, like to be that first person to like say, you know what, nah, I'm not doing that. Like the other creators could have easily just been like, you know what, I'm with Peyton, because he did the hard thing. He was the first person to speak out about it. Like it wouldn't have taken as much for everyone else to kind of go along with that. Like he
Yeah.
gave them out.
And they couldn't find another organizer. Like they really couldn't.
They wouldn't want to because um it's um it's Z's company. It's her pack that like her pack that's putting it on. So like
I see.
that's why they were just like, nah, we're just gonna get rid of the
Yeah.
creators.
Yeah, it was giving like no. I'm just gonna be like 100% here. It was giving like white people only, like this whole tour, like the actual like thought behind it, because Z
Well, she
herself,
admitted it on
yeah,
Destiny.
exactly. Like she literally admitted it, and she was like, "Oh, we're going to a college that's like all white." Like, oh, I just think that it's so crazy that someone like that is supposed to be representing, you know, the left, and we just can't. You cannot have someone like that be representation of anyone, really.
Mm-hmm. She's strange. She's definitely strange.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. I just have to feed these guys. My little grift, y'all.
Oh, like
That's
two
where my
weeks.
daily goal goes towards foster kittens and Red Bull. Oh my goodness, y'all are messy.
All I wanted to say. I'm happy to drop down. Thank you for having me up.
No problem. Not if it's done right. Alina does this full time. If you mean the live thing, no, I have a job. I don't do this full time. I could like be a content creator full time because I've done it in the past. I don't want to. I like health benefits, 401k. I vote for her and Irene.
On.
Mm. What do you guys have to add to the conversation?
I let vote for her go first because I was last. I do best for last.
So I don't see a lot of people shouting out the creators who are doing it the right way, but I see a lot of people bashing creators they think are doing it the wrong way.
You think this is bashing?
Or, well, I don't know, criticizing or calling out or whatever you want to call it.
I think everyone here has been pretty respectful. Like, I would not call this bashing.
Well, but the focus is on creators we disagree with. But what if
It's
we
not about
focus
disagreeing,
on
it's about people that are
creators?
dangerous.
Okay. Well, I don't know. It'd be nice to see the focus on people who are doing it right.
You could do a live like that.
Well, but that's kind of my point, right? Like, you're telling me I could do a live like that, but I could tell you all to do a tour that's not racist.
Why are you taking this personally?
I wouldn't say I'm taking anything personally.
The whole premise of this is to really hold people accountable that are supposed to be allies, that have a voice, that are a very impactful voice. So why do you have a problem with like Alina like having a live about holding dangerous people accountable? Why is that a problem?
I just think it would be more
It's honestly, it's not
constructive.
even about holding them accountable because most of these people have me blocked or I have them blocked. Actually,
True.
no, mostly they have me blocked. It's more so just, kind of spreading awareness mostly.
Yeah, I just have to wonder if it would be more constructive if instead we show these people how it's supposed to be done.
And okay, like how is it supposed to be done?
I mean, you tell me. I'm just a consumer of the content. I'm in the audience.
Debate me live on your profile, so you must know a thing or two about debating.
Well, it's been a while, but
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, shoot, I don't know. I mean, I am not as certain as you all seem to be. You all seem to have a very clear concept of how it's supposed to be done and how it's not supposed to be done. So I would ask you, how do you think it's supposed to be done? And then why aren't you doing it like that?
That's not the topic though. Like that's not what the background says.
But maybe it should be, is my point.
Well, that's why she said you can create your own live and do that.
Yeah.
Hello?
You're taking my point and like trying to turn it around on me.
Do you think calling out racism is not something that we shouldn't do? Like genuinely.
No,
Okay, great. Then why are you, do you know like anything that, do you just come in here and be like, oh, I love these people, I follow them, I listen to them on my drive back from work or whatever. Why are you criticizing them? Do, do you just like get in here like 10 seconds, 10 seconds ago and just decide to request?
Elena, check Discord.
No, but my whole point
I
is
can't
it
right
seems
this second, but I will.
balance. Like there's a lot of creators on this app who are saying how it should not be done, and I can't find any who are doing it how it should be done. Everyone's just kind of throwing rocks at the people they disagree with. It seems a little destructive.
Maybe
Okay.
stop following
Listen,
around.
I will humor you. I will humor you. I don't personally believe that anyone has like the true authority to say how things should be done, but I can tell you how I run my space and how I choose to handle my community in the most like ethical way possible. I'm very engaged in my community. I have daily goals, but I'm very clear of where the money goes. I give back to the community as much as possible. Like the daily goal, that's mostly you saw the foster kittens. Like that's where it goes primarily. Whenever we do any kind of fundraiser, I post the receipts in our Discord of like the money actually being donated. When we're speaking about communities that I'm not a part of, I I defer to those communities and I let them speak on it if they'd rather do that. I go into other people's spaces, marginalized communities, and get on their platform, like, and sit quietly in the box so that they can get more engagement and more from the algorithm. Because even though, algorithm doesn't like women, I'm still white, so that does help me. So those are just some examples.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that, but I'm referring to like specifically in the political sense. Like, how do we get these racists out of office?
That's not what your question was. That's not what you were talking about. You were talking about, you said everyone's pointing out how to do it, like people are doing it wrong, and who's doing it right.
Well, but like, okay, so for example, Z and Mercedes are some of the creators that are hot topics right now. They emphasize that their focus is political victory.
It's not,
right?
though.
Well, that's what they say. That's what they say. And so that's
I could say
important.
my focus is getting on the moon.
Right,
Well,
but
what you're not getting is that like the the left, like although you're what you're trying to do is like you're trying to pigeonhole and be like, well, who among you is going to be the speaker of your party? Like you're kind of like doing this thing where you're demanding like the best of the best like be a representation of all of us, and it's just that's just a impossible, and b our society is just inherently very racist and homophobic and anti like they're anti-immigrant and whatever it might be. But the problem that you're trying the problem I have with what you're saying is that you're trying to basically say that, well, one person needs to do it good so that it represents all of us better, but that's just not how things are. We're not like the conservative party that listens to everything that Trump says, right? We're not like brainless zombies. We actually practice critical thinking here. And unfortunately, like as Lena said, not one person is like going to be like have it done right like with every single thing, right? But what we can do is that we can hold people and have like have the right people on our side to really represent us. And what we have learned in the past few months is that these people on this photo do not represent us. And that's the thing. Like it's you can do both. You can show people like, hey, this is wrong. We don't like this, and these people need to be held, and these need to be hold to the fire. and you can also advocate and do better. Like, you don't have to just be like, well, now we have to stop holding these people accountable, and then we have to go and like do better. We can do both, and that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I mean, I think I agree with you, but what I'm trying to say is that the problem is we have racists in the White House. What's the solution? I know everyone on this panel would say it's not what the people
We
on
have
the background
racists
are
right
doing.
here.
Right. Well, okay, but my do we
So
agree
can
that
I
we have
ask you?
racists in the White House and that that's a problem? I think
Can
we
I
can.
ask you? Can I ask
Wait.
you?
So the
No, I'd
people
like to
that
finish
are
what I was saying.
racist here on this app are going to help us get the racists out of the White House.
I don't know. I'm saying maybe not, but if it's not,
Shin, were
then
you trying to
how do
speak?
we
I'm sorry,
get them
I
out of the
interrupted you.
Well, I was in the middle of trying to get a sentence out, if I could finish. So the problem that I'm most concerned with is getting the racists out of the White House.
Actually, no.
So
This is my life.
I wanted to ask, is it okay, if if racist voted the way you wanted them to, is that okay as long as they vote for your specific candidate?
Is it okay if racists want to vote Donald Trump out of office?
No, 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 okay. So, is it okay for racists to vote for your specific candidate, as you know, even if they have said a lot of like terrible things?
I mean, I want Trump out of office. So if they vote
You're
for an
not listening
opponent,
to much. So if they're racist as well, voting for your specific candidate, that's okay.
I mean, the alternative is voting for Trump. So
Okay, you're dodging the question. This is why you're dodging the question. Is it so? It's okay to have like racist voting for your candidate and not hold them accountable, as long as it gets rid of another racist in office.
okay, you just added that accountability piece that wasn't there in your original question. I would say
I've
no,
said
that's
this
not okay.
multiple times. I said this multiple times. You weren't just listening. I said, is it okay for racists to vote for your specific candidate as long as they're just voting for them, or voting for your particular candidate?
I'll humor you and give you the yes that you want.
No, I genuinely want like what you believe, not like what you think I want to hear.
Well, it's a little more nuanced than yes, but I can tell that
Oh my gosh,
you just want the yes.
fucking
So
Democrats.
let's say yes. Yes.
God,
Good.
okay, there you go. Then you're fine with racism as long as they just vote for your particular candidate. So you don't really care about racism.
That's a
You don't
straw
care.
man. That's called a straw man. You're putting words in my mouth.
That's literally what you said, Vote. That's literally
You
what you're
said it was
implying.
okay.
It's so
No,
not
it's
what
not
I
a
said.
straw man.
It's so not
No,
what I said.
I didn't say no, because based on the answer that you provided, that you said it was okay as long as racists voted for your particular candidate, then racism is okay. What?
Even remotely close to the question that you posed to me. I don't know what you thought
No,
you
you
asked,
said
but it was not that question.
no, you said it was okay for racists for them to be. You said racism is okay with like if as long as they vote for your candidate. Like I don't know how else am I supposed to like frame this a particular way.
Vote.
Hold on.
Let's say you had Joe Biden and Trump on on the ticket, and let's say like in this world, in this fantasy world, let's say Joe Biden is an extreme racist. Okay, I'm just making this up. So on the ballot, you see Trump and you see Biden. Who are you voting for? Are you voting for the extreme racist Biden, or are you voting for the extreme racist Trump?
Are they equally racist?
As they are, just add the racism part to Biden.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
As they are, like right now, Biden and Trump, as they are, but let's add the racism part to Biden. Because the whole premise of what you're saying is that you're trying to get the racists out of office, right? But then we have racists up here, and the thing that you're trying to say is that, well, I'll do anything to vote Trump out of office. And the whole premise of our argument is that, well, would you do anything as even to vote for someone who's racist to get Trump out of office? That's the argument here.
No, I'll probably just stay home on election day.
Hey, hold on. First of all, here's the thing, and I'm going to play devil's advocate, right? I get what Vote is trying to say and where he's trying to come from, but it's not doing what you think it's doing, my love. It's not. It's really not doing what you think it's doing, my love. You're trying to say that you don't care for racists as long as they vote for the candidate that's more beneficial to the country. And I get that sentiment, but that sentiment is in and of itself is harmful. That sentiment is harmful because you're basically ignoring the bigger issue. You're ignoring the bigger problem. That's what they're trying to tell you. They're trying to tell you you can't just ignore the bigger problem just because you have one minor, smaller problem. You're ignoring the bigger picture, and you can't do that.
Okay, well, in my mind, and I would love to purge the world of racism just as much as anyone else on this panel, but in my mind, the first step is getting them out of our government, getting them out of Congress, getting them out of the White House. And how do we do that?
Do you think racism wasn't in office before as a Democrat?
So you must admit that what we're seeing right now is different.
I didn't say that there wasn't. Yes, Trump is also terrible, but you're acknowledging by saying that now America is bad. No, America has been bad for a lot of people, BIPOC people. You don't recognize this. That like, for example, for like 4 decades, Asian people were banned from the country under Democrats as well, and Republicans, of course. So tell me, how is it that if you get Trump out of office, does it automatically resolve like racism?
So I understand what you're saying, and I agree. Racism is a big part of America's history. But I feel like what we're seeing now is different than anything we've ever seen before in American history.
Not
It's
true.
been there, sir. It's always been there. And if anything, what you're trying to say is that, oh well, the office is racist or the government is racist, right? Or like there's racist people in government. What you're forgetting is that there's people voting those racists in, right? And those people are racist. So it's a whole chain. It's a whole system. It's the entire society. This is part of the work is shining the light on it and educating people and showing them, hey, look, what we've been saying for years is true. Society in itself is based off of racist predicates, and just trying to shoo it away by voting Trump or voting this government out of office will not solve the problem. This is just not true.
Can I add to that and just say that so these creators that are in the background, and I'm a friendly, they're whether we like it or not, these are big creators and they're conduits between the people and politics. And I would if I support these people, I would like to know if they weren't who they said they were. So if I'm giving money to someone who ends up being a grifter or an actual racist, that's why we're talking about these people, because these people are content creators who tell us about what's going on in the world. And maybe we shouldn't always rely on them for that, but a lot of us do. And that's why we speak about these people, not just because they're bad people, but because of their link to the White House, to politics. Some of these people have actually met the president.
I don't fucking care if they met the president or not. It doesn't matter if they do. It doesn't make them good anyway. It doesn't make them important. So then why I don't know why you brought that up as like a qualifier,
why
as
did
like
you
someone.
hold on? Why did you bring that up? That is weird as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna hold you. Why did you bring? Why
They
did
met
you
the
bring that
president,
up?
so they're good. Yeah, I don't care if like Dean and Parker or Harry and these white pale ass balding people met the president or not. Like,
no, I'm agreeing with you. What I'm saying is that these people are people that people rely on, and I would actually like to know.
He's saying like these are the people that are getting the opportunities and representing like our community here online in front of like the president and elected officials.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you guys. I'm saying that I'm disagreeing with Vote because these people are our conduits to understanding things, and I would like to know if these people are bad people. That's why it's important that we talk about why these people are bad.
They are bad people.
Yeah. So yes.
Before you guys get too far away, Irene's been waiting very, very, very patiently.
Yeah, I've been waiting patiently. I'm not trying cuss anybody out today.
I know you regret saying that vote could go first now. Next time you just go.
Yeah, next time I'm gonna go, I'm kicking myself in the ass for saying that. But anyways, thanks for the gift. But I can say that all these people are very problematic, including Mercedes. Because I comment on the video when she was live. No, I didn't. Not when she was live, but let me correct myself. I comment on the video that she posted of the new people. Oh, G Snooks just ran cherry on me. Choo choo. I comment on the video that that she had of the people that's on the new F America tour. The reason why I comment on it because it was only one black person. One black person. I take that as a very offensive thing because why you have only one black person? But to say at least when Mercedes was on live and Good Trouble posted a video, it looked like Mercedes wanted to laugh her ass off with the video that Good Trouble was sharing to everybody. She wanted to laugh and she did not want to hold anything back at all. And to say the least, Z is very problematic. Of course, Timu Tom MySpace is very problematic. Dean is problematic.
Wait, who's Timu Tom? Hold on. Pause.
Timu
Who's
Tom is
that?
the one that looks like Tom from MySpace. TD
I
in the
don't know who
middle.
that is. Oh, is it?
Go ahead.
Yeah, bald head.
I thought he looked like Andrew Tate, but that's
No,
just me.
ugh, that's even worse.
Listen.
That's
I
even
thought he
worse.
looked like Andrew Tate. I didn't see Tom from MySpace, but go ahead.
Yeah, he looks like Tom from MySpace, but he looks like the Timu version, the Shein version. But anyways,
Nah, Tom from MySpace had hair.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said yeah. It was giving Andrew Tate because Tom from MySpace is a cutie patootie. Leave Tom alone. You better leave him alone. He does nothing but
Okay,
take his
okay,
pictures. He takes his pictures and leaves and minds his business.
okay. Don't do a cancel tour on me now. But uh I would say that all these people on the background and more people that we finding out are very problematic. So, and of course, Z is the huge problematic. She is the cause of all cause. I heard from the grapevine that her partner is a full blown Trump supporter. So how can she be part of the left if her partner is a full blown Trump supporter? That's my intake on that.
They're
But
mega light, to be quite honest.
oh, not Bud Light, but Mega Light.
MAGA light, yeah.
Oh, that's still worse. Shit.
Said that she's I think a Reagan Republican. So
I can just tell.
yeah.
Oh, she's just a
Listen, I
capitalist.
can just. Some of these men in these comments are trying to come for me, and it's really annoying. Like I'm really not in the mood to argue with somebody whose G spot is in their ass. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm not the one.
Hey, sorry, I have a
And
question.
you know
When
who
I
you
didn't
are.
initially request, I just, Alina, for those who are new to this whole situation in the background, is there a rundown somewhere of how, who, like the story about this for people who are kind of new and just kind of finding out? And
Well, there isn't really
YouTube.
like a story because not like some of these people are part of the Unfuck America tour. There's
Mhm.
tons of videos on that. Some of these people were problematic before the tour, after the tour, in between the tour. Destiny, you can check out Kenzie's series that she just released today on him. He's very problematic.
Mhm.
Brizaza catfished a pretty popular creator for a while on this app, still has a
Right.
platform, racist, microaggressions, uh, said on a public live that I went to jail for stalking, stuff like that.
Right.
Just like
The common
dangerous
question
people.
I see sometimes in the comments is some people are unsure of who they should be following and who they shouldn't be. They don't want to follow anyone dangerous. So, there's people are like, is this person a bad person? Or is there a way to, I guess we're still finding out.
I think your best bet is to find one creator that like you trust like completely, that they've never steered you wrong, that like you feel comfortable in their space in their community, and watch how they move. Because if they're like me, like I tell my people, like they don't even have to like necessarily even hear me say the names, like they just see how I move. Like they
Sure.
knew about like someone that was just canceled not that long ago, that like they had actual victims, and it was not my story to tell, so I couldn't tell it, but like I just completely removed myself from those spaces.
That's fair. That's
And
completely
so like
fair.
they can watch me move and watch where I used to platform and now I don't anymore, and it's just
Yeah.
very clear as day. Like there's a delineation. It doesn't matter if it's good for clicks and views and all that stuff. Like I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, I
Except
think. Sorry, one last thing, and then I'll stop talking. I promise. I think it was just like I was kind of devastated because there were certain creators that were on this background or not even mentioned here that I had given money to, that I had supported, and then found out they weren't who they said they were, and it was hard.
And this
So.
is not all inclusive, obviously.
Yeah.
Me as a white person, I'm not going to put a person of color in the background, but this
Sure.
isn't just to say that it's just these people. Like there are plenty of people. I would say everyone that went on the tour, I'll say.
Okay. I appreciate that, and I'll drop down now. I really appreciate you holding the space. So.
No,
And
thank you for
I just
coming.
want to kind of like add on to that as well, as that like I think as a society we have become so like the lack of education and like the downturn of like people being able to read and write and hear and critically think are also part of the problem. I think that people rely way too much on like other people for information. Go do research. Go look it up. Go do some like meta-analyses. Go like actually read some papers. Go listen to an audiobook. Do the work. I think if you rely too much on people and these types of these the world is filled with bad people that have bad intentions and are grifters, or they're going to be using their platform for not so great things. We have to be better, and we have to actually like learn and educate ourselves. We can't just keep relying on these people for your education, and it's a problem. It's problematic. If you're gonna like, I personally like, I like to donate to like people that actually have like great causes. Like Alina is doing really amazing with the kitten rescue, and it's not easy. I have 2 cats. You know how hard it is to take care of a kitten. It's insane. So please donate to her, because that is a really beautiful cause for a great
And I'm not good at it,
person.
let me tell you.
It's not easy.
Don't
It's
start.
been a
Don't start. Don't
rough
start.
kitten phase.
Shut it. If I wish I had a mute button for the host, because she would be muted right now.
Me too. Me too.
Don't play with me.
They're gonna go straight to the Reddit thread.
Don't even.
But speaking of Trump, he better leave. He's going to be in a rude awakening. Messing with Beyonce. He better leave her
Since
alone.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
swap you
I'm
out.
sorry.
And Vote, I'm gonna swap you out as well.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
No, it's I just wanted to like rotate some people so we can get everyone up here.
That he needs to leave her alone, because does he not know who we are? We in careers. We in careers. People who come against Beyonce no longer have careers. We've done that. Don't play with her. Who was that one country singer who said she couldn't sing? It was like years ago that she couldn't sing, and he no longer has a career in country. Yeah, we don't know his name today. That's how badly we did him. Don't.
Oh, y'all don't hear Irene? Irene's been talking this whole time. That's why I've been quiet. I can hear you.
I can.
I can
I
hear
can hear
the
you.
panelists, but I
Maybe they
can't
can't.
see you.
No, they can't hear you.
They said that they can't see you even up here.
I can see her.
I
Yeah,
Oh,
wish.
it's just
the chat
no.
can't, so maybe drop and come
No.
back.
They said that they can't even see you up here.
They
As
said
a
we're all
viewer,
muted.
as a
They
viewer,
said we're all
Alina's
Can you guys
live.
muted.
hear the can you guys hear the other panelists?
Can any of you all hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Your live
Okay,
has
everyone
been super
else.
glitchy today, though.
Yeah, that was weird. We have been live, y'all, for 2 hours now. We should have way more than 100K likes. We gotta keep it moving. Yeah, on FYP. That's what helps protect the live.
So can everybody hear me now? So I was saying that, yeah, there I go. Not a ghost anymore. So I was saying that my little cousin, I asked him yesterday, does he know about Dean? Because I was telling him about some things because he's decided on which college to go to. And then he was like, no, I never heard of Dean. I showed him a picture and he was like, nope, I never seen him a day in my life. And my cousin is like near the same age as Dean. And most of these kids don't know about Dean at all. It's just the older left people that knows about Dean and that likes to listen to Dean. So it's all a caste system when it comes down to these creators that think they can go to people for voting, and they never go to people that are voting. They never go to places that are in the urban communities. They never go um, to like Chicago, Inglewood, Los Angeles area. They never go to areas that are really affected about what's going on in this administration that they need to talk to. So yeah.
Who's the guy? I know. Is the guy in the headphones? Is that Destiny? The one that allegedly, had
Yeah.
relations with the other person
Yeah.
who will not be named. Okay, who's? I know majority of these people. I just don't know the guy in the black hat. I don't know who that is.
That is I forgot his name. It's RTD. I don't know.
What's his issue?
He's part of the tour. Am I saying
Not
it correct, Elena? He's part of the tour, right? Because I never
Oh,
heard any.
I can't hear you guys when I'm drying my hair. What did you
It's
say?
CFH
Which one?
unfiltered. Uh,
the one in the
TD
black
wanted to know
hat.
about the.
What's his
Oh
issue?
yeah, CFH unfiltered is this
Is
guy.
he? Yeah. Who? What's? He's part of a
He was
tour
on the
now.
tour, and he's one of the people that stands by Z, says she wasn't racist, and joined this
Oh.
round 2 of the tour. He was on Mercedes's live
Oh.
with Z.
Damn. Not a. Let me not do that because it's gonna
I
be
call
mean.
him the
Let me
Warped Tour
not.
reject.
Oh, we're being mean. Oh, we're
Oh
being mean. I can be mean on here.
no,
Oh,
that's not mean. That's just
oh, I was going to say, oh, we're being mean because not one face card up there is worthy. Not one.
It's not.
Like,
Their
not one.
their face card do decline.
Every single time. Not one face card would be accepted in my. No.
Like, ew. Oh, I mean,
No, let's say it. Ew. I don't give a damn who gets triggered. Manage your triggers.
I already got called emotional manipulator. I'm ready for
By
that 7 hour life.
by who? Again, I don't know why we're arguing with these men because, like I said, I'm not about to sit here and go back and forth with somebody
Oh
whose
my
G
god,
spot is in their
AI
ass.
love summary said Mina's permitted in this live. Ew.
Yeah, I'm not about to sit here and argue with you when your G spot's in your butt. Go take care of that. That's concerning.
Yeah. And I wonder if RTP got his money from Z. That's why he's going back to the new tour.
No, RTP was not on the tour.
He wasn't on the tour the first time?
Mm-mm.
Oh. So he was just kissing up.
No, RTP's not at all involved.
Let's not. Yo, hold on. Don't do
The
that
one with
because
the hat.
that's
That's
what
not
pissed me off.
RTP. I said
Don't do that.
CFH.
Oh,
That
CFH.
that's
Oh
not
my
even
gosh.
that's not even homophobic. Don't even do that. That's weird. That's weird as fuck that you all are that one person, I know who you are, you know who you are, is correlating that with homophobia. That's weird as fuck. 'Cause that's not homophobic. It's literally proven. It's where it is. I'm not even being funny. It's where it is. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't know because I'm not there.
And it's a lot of transphobia with Breeza. Did I say her name right?
Yeah, it's close enough.
Yeah. I call her the weird drunk lady that likes to be drunk on TikTok lives. I don't know what she be drinking, but anyways. Omerza Irene. Oh, well, Bree Booza. That's what it is. Thank you, AI.
All right. So here are the people that are missing that I have written down. Hassan Parker, Johnny, and by the way, some of these people I forgot about in my last minute background. Some of these people I just didn't have time to put up. Hassan Parker, Johnny, Bobby G, Miss Sandry, Adam Cray, Mishi, Aaron Parnas,
Hassan Parker. Wait, hold on.
Ethan Klein.
What Hassan?
And then
What did
there's
he
someone
do?
that I have on here that like I don't know if I want to put them in the background because they're an like a super super dangerous person.
Alina, you ain't gonna speed past it like you just say what the fuck you just said. What did Hassan Parker do?
Well, he went on the Daily Show and basically was like, "Yeah, we need to be nicer to men."
Like he wasn't being sarcastic, he was being serious.
I think he was being serious.
Uh,
But also, like when
that
the whole
might be
Harry
the
thing came out, he basically was just like, whatever.
oh.
He's just a player." Blah blah blah.
Put Mercedes' wife on my list
You can
because
have your own list. I
yeah,
will not be putting any black people on my list,
Well,
please.
I got one. We all know who she is.
yeah,
AKA, yeah, she's on she's on top.
yeah. I already
Yeah.
know.
You guys can do
Uh,
your own live.
Yeah, I stay
I will
quiet.
be in the comments
well, he
Just,
Why are
wasn't being
people
just
being
drink a
supportive.
like?
Red Bull.
well. If
Why
he
are
wasn't,
people surprised in the Sorry.
mm,
No, so I was just responding to some comments. Yes, Aaron Parnas is terrible.
yeah, I know that he's a Zionist. I don't like those. I don't like those people. He got blocked a year ago almost. They ain't shit new.
I didn't even know who he was.
Yeah, he outed himself in that first when the whole situation blew up. I remember. I ain't forget. I always keep a receipt. He was like, basically saying that the people of Gaza deserved it, and maybe they shouldn't have, the same rhetoric and the same, disgusting propaganda that they use. So he got blocked.
I disagree. With the user ... I don't think it's my place as a white person, especially a white woman, to hold Black people accountable, especially not have Black people on my background.
Well, I'm going to drop down because I know you're going to have to make some space, but I'm going to
Now
drop.
you dropping down right as I say that.
Oh.
Making it look like I said something wrong.
No.
Clip that. I'm just kidding. There's no one else in request, so you can hang out for longer if you want. The people asking about Adam. Adam is a raging misogynist. He blocked me like 2 years ago.
Who the fuck are these people? Everyone keeps talking about these people like they're celebrities. I don't know who they are.
Yeah.
Half of the time.
I usually keep up. I had to keep up with my what's going on with that trial in New York.
That one.
Yeah.
Listen, the moment I was done when they said he was using the bathroom on people, I was fed up. I was fed up then. I was fed up then. Yeah. You did exactly what the fuck they said you did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fed up. Go ahead and go to jail. You do not pass go. You do not collect $200. Go to jail and stay there.
He needs to be under the jail with R. Kelly, but we're not going to talk about that.
Because I'm sick of him. I'm sick of hearing about him.
But we're going to have a huge background.
Hear me out on this. And hear me out on this and Peepaw. I don't know his username.
Peepaw?
The like grandpa that went on the tour. He's going on the second one.
Oh, the grandpa?
Yeah, I don't know his
So is Dean and Parker going on the second one?
No.
Hell no. This is the Hillbilly tour. Right.
Oh. Because I still don't like them. Like, it's still not going to change, but
Yeah.
I'm just wondering.
Right now, this the Hillbilly tour. The story on the start of it is the one that doesn't take a shower for 3 days, Mercedes.
Well, she and Z are a match made in hell. Z doesn't wash her hair, and Mercedes doesn't wash herself, period, so.
Z got split ends that I could see from a mile away.
Again, I don't know.
Parker, I just saw what you put in the Discord. People are wild. Anyhow.
Hello?
Hi. I
Hey.
forgot you were here.
Oh, no worries. Am I allowed to go?
Mhm.
Cool. I'm just curious, as far as Dean mainly, like what would have made you guys not say he's dangerous, or like after the whole Z thing happened, what could he have done more to like not be on this list?
No, I'm talking before. I'm talking about before Z, before this tour. The way that he would have shown that he was not racist is when he got called out for racism. He should have given his platform over to a Black person.
Are we talking about?
And walked away.
Are we talking about the stuff he did when he was like 20, like 5 years ago?
There ain't no way you up here defending this man. Hold on.
5 years ago?
Oh my gosh.
How old do you think he is?
No, yeah. Alina, if I may, can I please have this one? Because you ain't no way in hell you're going to sit up here and defend racism. Ain't no way. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn if it was 10 years ago or 20. It could have happened yesterday. I don't care. Racism is racism, and that's weird as fuck. That you want to sit up here.
Diaper.
Yeah, I don't give a damn. Sir, are you okay?
So people aren't like allowed to change, or do you guys still think he's racist?
They can't.
People are allowed to change, but they can do that on the sidelines.
Yeah, they can go over there and change. They don't have to be in my face. And what you're not going to do is sit there and tell me that I have to kumbaya and forgive them and be civil and nice with them when they're showing harmful, disgusting behavior towards my community and people of my race. Hell no. Hell to the
people
no.
are mad. People are mad. I just got a flag. So we're gonna have to restart.
The problem mad because I'm not letting this fool up here defend racism. It's crazy. Ain't no way.
All right, I'm gonna drop down. You gonna do the
Me
restart?
too. We gonna
Yeah, Clutch, I literally saw your name in there. I'm like, what are you talking about? What cup are you playing? Don't you have to stream it first day? Or am I tripping? Oh, W mom. W mom. That's what I'm here for, you know? They said you don't have to stream today, but you have to stream... What, tomorrow? Like playoffs? Playoffs? You're talking about playoffs? Not the game. But practice. So these rules are confusing. You know what's crazy? How handsome you are is confusing. It's kind of wild. Explain it to me like I'm 5. The rules? People pick people. People play other people. Two people against one people from 3 other people. Then you play other people. W people. If people beat people, then 8 people make it into the playoffs for tomorrow with other people who win. You're asking too many questions here, Kretz. You gotta calm down. I can't. I'm not liable to answer these questions. Oh, brother. Starts at 7, so like 8 minutes, Mom. 8 minutes. I thought the forceful drags him out. I are cooking myself my own EMPs. Allow. Allow. W comp. Let's go. Been a minute since I played comp. Man, kill races go crazy though. I love them. Wait, so you're about to go, Corgi? Yo, bring your corgis. What's up? Bring them. I might have some things happening. W shots. I'm crazy. Oh, dude, if I bring Jax, it's over. It's over. I wouldn't be a thing anymore. Jax would take all the attention, and I'm alright with that. Me and Jax the same for real. A streamer willing to let somebody else get attention seems sus. It's so funny. I know. So like, if I'm ever on somebody else's stream and I'm not streaming, I'm in the back seat. I'm in the back seat. It's their stream. They deserve all the attention. They need it. I'm a guest. I'm not here to take anybody's spotlight, I promise. Is that a person? They were standing so still, I didn't even know. Oh, that's how I am though. That's why I get shy in some other streamers' chat, because I don't want like, I don't want to flood their chat with conversation with everybody. I'm just there to watch. I'm there to watch. Oh my god. They had a crown. Wait, what's so funny about me saying I'm shy? Are you kidding me? I'm so shy. I'm peepo shy.